Welcome to the You Were Designed for Greatness podcast. Each week we will bring you inspiring tips, stories, and ideas to help you be all that you can be, discovering your greatness. Featuring Donna. Donna is a transformational life and health coach, a highly sought-after public speaker, and the founder of Vibrant Living. She has helped hundreds find a better life, free of stress and living the greatness they were truly designed for. And now, your host, Donna.
I would like to welcome you to podcast number 12. This is Donna Tashton speaking, and today I am excited. I have a guest with me. Chris, say hello.
Hi, Donna. Hi, everyone.
And you have a business, and I am sitting in this beautiful place. Tell us about it.
I am the owner of Soak by CK. It is a nail and skincare salon.
So, to own your own company, your own business, and to be a success in this beautiful place that I'm sitting in that everyone can't see, but that had to be a journey. And so when you think about your journey and what you've come through, what are some of the hurdles that you've had to overcome in your life?
I had to learn to believe in myself. I had to learn to realize my own self-worth, and I had to overcome some demons that have been living in me for a very long time.
So can you tell me a little bit more? What kind of demons are you talking about?
I had an eating disorder when I was younger, and it
was hard.
It was hard.
Yes.
I
mean, most of us can relate to some type of self-image issue. I don't think there's a woman alive who hasn't looked in the mirror and go, I don't like that. But an eating disorder takes it a little deeper.
It does. I was struggling very much with my own personal appearance and that strive to want to be beautiful and want other people to see me as beautiful, and I wanted to be thin.
There is so much in the media that promotes thinness, in all of our fashion magazines and our beauty magazines, and how young girls are bombarded with this kind of image. I'm really excited that lately they're getting some more larger women to be, not the pencil thin women. I'm definitely not. I'm a curvy girl. And then a lot of times relationships have to do with our problem with self-image and how people make comments or we don't feel loved. Did that play a part in yours?
It did. I definitely had marital struggles, and that kind of threw me into a downward spiral where I'm not blaming that all on that. It was just, I needed to feel my own self-worth, and I needed to learn who I was as a person.
Right. So eventually, since we've talked a little bit before, eventually you got help.
I did.
And what made you do that?
I have a young daughter and I have young nieces, all in the teenage years. And I wanted to make sure that I was not showing them the wrong idea. I wanted them to realize how beautiful they are, and that they don't have to be the standard. They can be beautiful in whatever shape, in whatever size they are. And I wanted them to know their own self-worth and to love themselves for who they were, not for who someone else wanted to make them.
So did you realize how the depth of the seriousness of the problem when you first sought help and treatment?
I did not have a clue. I went in for somebody else. I went in because I wanted to help my daughter and help my niece and help these teenage girls. And along the way, I realized it was me that needed the help.
Oh, that's a big light bulb.
Huge.
Yes, Huge light bulb. So, I know there's got to be some girl that's listening that has dealt with or is currently dealing with this. And there is so much keeping secrets about this. Some reason we are afraid to mention and ask for help. Is there some form of encouragement that you would give them with what you have come through and are on the other side?
I would. Eating disorders are a very taboo thing. You think you can spot them at school. You think you can spot them out in the public. And there are different forms of eating disorders.
Yes.
And you can't always spot that person struggling. Right. It happens. It's not just girls. There's young males that it's bombarding them as well. And I think you need to seek help. It's embarrassing, or you may think it's embarrassing, or you may not believe you even have this problem.
It's not that big a deal.
Everybody thinks they can control it, and it's not something that can always be controlled. Sometimes you have to open your eyes and realize you actually have something wrong before you're willing to fix it. It wasn't like I went in to rehab and walked out the same day knowing I had this issue.
Right.
It took months, and it actually took a couple of years before I was even willing to talk about it and willing to let anybody in to even attempt to help me.
Yeah. A lot of the clients that I've dealt with that have dealt with some of these issues, it's the only thing I can control.
It is the only thing that I could control.
Right. And so that is usually a big part of it is everything around me feels like it's painful, chaotic, or something along those lines. And this is the one thing I can control. And we end up harming ourselves in the process of this whole thing. Would you agree?
I would absolutely agree. That was my story to a T.
Yeah. And so that's something that I've discovered. So you shared with me earlier that your passion, even from a little girl, was to help people. Whatever job, whatever venue that ended up being, you wanted to help people. And so here you've got this beautiful salon, and it's more than just making women beautiful on the outside, and it's helping them. But tell me, what's your heart about this beautiful salon that I'm sitting in?
I think a lot of times we don't know our own self-worth.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times we let the media and we let our culture decide for us what their version of beautiful is. I am 50 years old, and I'm okay with my laugh lines and my wrinkles. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that I wouldn't wish some of them could go away.
Me too.
I've earned all of these, and I just want people to realize, to find out who they are. I am learning to love the skin that I'm in.
Yeah.
I went from wearing a lot of makeup to I'm okay with myself. And I'm not that 20-year-old girl. I can't compete with those 20-year-old girls. And I think it takes a while for you to realize that you can be who you are. Yeah. And if your heart and your soul is as pretty as you are on the outside, it makes the rest of you beautiful.
Yes. Well, we're so much more than our features.
Absolutely.
There's so much more to us. And there's no reason for me to compete with a 20-year-old. I'm in my 50s also. And there's no reason for me to compete because, man, the things that I've learned, they don't have a clue. And the amount of wisdom and things that we have, it almost should be the other way around. That they should wanting to be. And so the word compete just is awful. No matter what, because I'm comparing my weaknesses to what I think your strengths are.
Right.
I don't ever compare my strengths. It's always what I think is wrong with me. And so just learning to believe in ourselves. And one of the reasons I wanted to have you on this podcast is because it is called You Were Designed for Greatness. And you believe that. No matter what the woman looks like, or man, as far as that goes, but no matter what we look like, we have a purpose. We have a something to accomplish that only I can do and only you can do. And learning to step into that and being comfortable in our skin, like you're talking about, is why I admire you. And I wanted to come and have you share your story so people could know about your salon, because this isn't just an average salon. The passion and their story behind it gives it so much more than just someone who may want to be making money, because skincare and being beautiful is, and that's so much more than that. It's giving you financial stability as a woman who's had some marital issues, but your passion is more than that. It's to be an example that it's okay. Would you agree?
I would agree with that.
Any other comments that you want to share about your passion for this?
I guess all I would really want people to know is that a lot of people thought this was my dream.
Mm-hmm.
Owning a salon was never really my dream. My dream was to be something better, to make the world a better place when I left.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, this gave me that opportunity. I built this from the ground up. I have my blood, sweat, and tears in it. It's giving me financial stability. It's giving me freedom to allow me to be a better mom and a better parent. And it's allowing me to give other people an experience that they might not already have. To come inside and see they can be beautiful, they can be helpful, and how to learn to love yourself. And that's what I would love to pass on. I would love people to know that there's more than what meets the eye.
So tell me again, what the name of your company and where can they find you?
My company is called Soak by CK, and I am located in Cascade, Michigan.
And what's your address?
6810 Old 28th Street, Suite 2.
Okay, and they can find you on Facebook too, I suppose.
I do have a Facebook page. They can also find me on Twitter, and I have a website.
And your website name?
soakbyck.com.
Great. Well, that is super. I want to thank you guys all for joining me here today. I want to remind you that you can subscribe to this on Spotify and iTunes, and please share it with other women. Share this link and encourage other women, because together we were designed for greatness. And until next time, this is Donna Tashjian saying live vibrantly.
Thank you for joining us on this powerful episode of the You Were Designed for Greatness podcast. Please share this with others who might enjoy it. For more info on Donna Tashjian or to contact her, visit iVibrantLiving.com.